Hey, it's Mike from marketingtraffic.com, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 10 steps to a successful Facebook ad campaign. Now, a lot of you may thought that, I thought there was only 2 steps, Mike. I put up an ad and they go to my website and that's it, right? It actually doesn't work like that. So you want to make sure you have these 10 elements in place. Now, depending on your product or service, depending on your price point, depending on how sophisticated your product or service is, this may vary, but these are the 10 foundational elements. So let's get started. So the first up is the research. Now, this may or not surprise you, but you need to go back and do research. Even if you think you know your customer, you need to be continuously doing research on them because the market's changing. There's competitors coming up all the time. Their needs are changing, their wants are changing, their issues are changing. So you want to make sure that you're in touch with your customer, meaning you want to know what's causing them issues and what can your product or service do to help them. So you want to be doing your research and really diving down and knowing exactly who your customer is. And that way, when it comes time to actually construct your ad, you can speak directly to those pains that they're having, and that's going to hook them in. So next up is the targeting. Now, when we're talking about targeting, just like this dartboard here, hopefully you don't play darts like this. This is something that I would be doing. I'd be all over the place. But with targeting, we want to be specifically hitting the bullseye. Now, I don't know anything about darts, but let's just pretend we want to be hitting the bullseye all the time. We don't want to be like this guy here and all over the place. So rather than casting a huge net, you want to be very specific and know who your customer is. And this is an extension of your research. So you want to know who is your customer. Are they male or female? What age are they? What range of ages are they? What are their interests? What movies do they watch? What books do they read? What magazines do they read? What music do they listen to? What type of foods do they eat? What type of groups do they belong to? So you want to know these specific things, and that way, come time to construct our ad, we can hit that bullseye. So next up is the hook. Now, hopefully it's not going to be as scary as this, but one thing you'll notice, there's no bait on this hook. So not only is it important to have the hook, but we want to put some bait on there because, again, remember, people are streaming through their Facebook feed. What are you going to present in front of them? What kind of hook and what kind of lure are you going to use to reel them in? Remember, the goal is not to drive them directly to a sale. As you can see, there's a number of steps we have to go through. But what we want to do here is you want to think about a hook or some bait that you can get them to take the next step. So what piece of information or advice can you give them? What video can you show them to teach them something about your product or service? Or specifically, and more importantly, teach them and drive home the pain that they're suffering and show them how your product or service can fix that. So after we've done all that research and we've done the targeting, we've constructed a hook, the next part is our ad. So the ad is obviously the visual representation of all this work that we've done in the previous steps. So this could be an image ad, it could be a graphic, it could be a series of images, it could be a video, which is even better because it has a lot more engagement. We could see the different parts of the ad. We have the text on the top. We might have a link. We could have the image, obviously. You could have a limited amount of text overlaying the image. Okay, you want to make sure that text overlaying the image is less than 20%. You obviously have the headline beneath, and then you have caption, some description elements, and then you have a call to action button, which is telling them, again, click this to X, okay, to learn more, to buy now, to download, etc. So after they've hit our ad, we want to show them our landing page. Now, some of you may have thought, after the ad, I want to take them to my website, Mike, because, that's where all my stuff is. I want them to see all that I have to offer and, all the stuff that I've done. Guys, you have to keep in mind, people get distracted very, very easily. By having this simple landing page here, which is an extension of your website, this keeps people's attention focused and directed. It literally only takes them a few seconds to read this, to do what the instructions say. It says, discover the easiest way, etc. So it's reminding people of what we've presented them in the previous ad. And it's telling them, click here to download your free report, and that's all you have to do. So again, we want keep people We want to keep them focused, and we want to keep their attention by driving them to a landing page. So after we've taken them to your landing page, we want to take them to your thank you page. Now, thank you page is just a courtesy thing. We want to be appreciative. Remember, of all the billions of websites or ads that people are going to see, if someone's taken that step, we want to be courteous. So we're saying thank you. And again, we want to be telling people specifically what to do. So we're telling them, giving them specific instructions, check your email inbox, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the thing you can do here, and you want to keep this in mind for potential use, is stacking offers. So you think of this as upselling, okay? Now, again, some people, they may be, that's kind of shady. Why would I want to upsell them? I'm taking their money. Guys, you have to use this as an opportunity. Think of this as an opportunity because they've already shown interest, right? They've already shown interest in your ad. Again, of all the billions of pages out there, they've shown interest in your ad. So they're already a warm lead. You can say, thank you for buying X. If you upgrade now, here is Y. Or if you call now, call the number for your office, I'll give you X, et cetera, et cetera. So think of offers, think of upsells that you can have here. Again, you're not going to have this all the time, but once in a while, you may want to present something with an upsell. So next up in the ad strategy is to capture emails. So, I have the Google logo here. So a lot of people are using Gmail, but whatever email thing they're using, you want to capture their email address as part of the process. The reason being, again, remember, people are streaming through. They may not remember you tomorrow, right? They're going to forget about you in 5 minutes. So by capturing their email address, you can email them back later on, tomorrow, next day, next week. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for downloading that guide, or I hope you got this thing okay. Did you have any questions, concerns? What can I help you with? By doing this, you're keeping in contact and you're keeping top of mind with your customer. So next up is retargeting. Now, some of you may have been familiar with retargeting. Retargeting is simply following people around the internet with ads. Now, I know a lot of you have seen this, and you've been to Amazon maybe, and another day, another website shows you the ad from Amazon. And so that is the process of retargeting. So simply put, retargeting is getting yourself, your company, your business back in front of your potential audience. Remember, people skip over you, right? They get distracted, they're doing something else, they forgot about you, whatever it is. By becoming front of mind, again, just reminding them gently, hey, you were looking at this, it's still for sale, or it's still up for offer, or the offer's still good. Whatever it is, we want to be keeping front of mind and retargeting people, again, with an offer or an ad. So next up in the critical steps is testing. So just like back in your school days, testing is super important for figuring out where you are. And this is the great part about Facebook ads, is that you can get real-time metrics and know exactly how your Facebook ads are performing. So the point here is you want to be testing and seeing what's working and what's not. If something's not working, we either need to adjust it or cut it off. If something is working, we need to duplicate that, or maybe we need to ramp that up, again, to go with the winners and cut out the losers. Now, the last step in the strategy is offer the offer. So the offer is the thing where we all want to present them. Here is my offer in exchange for X amount of dollars, and this is obviously the end goal. Now, as you've seen in this whole series of presentation or the slides, is that it's not just about the offer, or it's not just about the ad. It is a series of steps that we want to go through, and you can see how they're all linked. So just to quickly recap the Facebook ad strategy parts, we talked about the research, that was super important to do that up front and often. We talked about the targeting, know who your target customer is. We want to hook them with some bait. Again, we want them to take the next step. And then we're going to construct the ad. Then we're going to hit them with the landing page. Then we're going to take them to the thank you page. We're going to thank them and then maybe upsell them with a potential offer. We're going to capture their email address in the process because we want to reach back to them. We're going to retarget them with another series of ads because, again, remember, they most likely will not take on the first round. And we want to come back again and hit them with another ad. And we continuously want to be testing, looking at our metrics, seeing what's working, what's not. And then obviously we want to present them with an offer. So as you can see, there's 10 steps to a basic strategy. And you can see how all the parts are interlinked. Now, some would argue, that some parts are more weighted or have heavier weight than others. Because, for example, if you didn't have a good offer, you might have a good audience, you might have a good ad, you might have their email address, but if you present them with a lousy offer, at $5 off, nobody cares about that, right? So you want to make sure that every part of the sequence is working together, and it's just a link. Again, the old saying with the links in the chain. So make sure that you have all these items in place for a successful Facebook ad strategy. So that's it for now, guys. If you have any questions or comments on Facebook ad strategy here, leave them, let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the share button. That's it for now. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.